Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Marlins Park in the 305, home of the 35-30 Miami Marlins as they play host to our 31-22 New York Yankees. And the batting order for the Bronx Bombers is as follows. Center field leading things off, Jacoby Ellsbury. Left fielder Brett Gardner in the two-hole, followed by Carlos Beltran in right. Alex Rodriguez playing first. Chase Headley at third. Kevin Franzen at second. Didi Gregorius at short, catching Austin Romine, and rounded out by the pitcher. And then on the mound for the Miami Marlins is the right-hander, Matt Latos, 5-4 on the season with a 3.67 ERA in 13 games started so far in 2015. And making his way to the plate now for the Bronx Bombers is Jacoby Ellsbury, leading things off. In this ballgame, top of the first inning, first pitch of the ballgame from Latos misses the strike zone. Count runs to 1-0. Count's even at 2-2 now. The kick and the pitch from Latos is going to bounce in the dirt in the right-handed batter's box, so count runs to full. Full count from Latos is going to miss the outside corner. And Jacoby Ellsbury draws a leadoff walk to start this ball game as now Brett Gardner digs into the batter's box, second on the team in stolen bases, only behind Ellsbury, as the first pitch is in there for a 92-mile-per-hour fastball strike. So 0-1 count on Gardner. The fleet-footed Ellsbury at first, and he's off. He's running for second base. He's in there way ahead of the throw, as Gerald Saltamakia's throw was late and offline. And Jacoby Ellsbury extends his team lead. Stolen bases, so 3-1 count on Gardner, and that's ball four. Take your base. So Matt Latos walking the first two batters of this ball game to bring up Carlos Beltran, with runners on first and second. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat from Latos, going to miss the strike zone, 1-0. Counts 1-2 now. Beltran, the home run and RBI leader on this Yankee team, as the 1-2 pitch is chuck swung, and he's going to be called a strike three. So Beltran goes down swinging, and Alex Rodriguez digs in now for the Yankees. First pitch, up and away, first strike, 0-1. Aaron enters this game with 2,980 career hits, inching his way to 3,000. The 0-1 pitch from Latos is wide. That's going to get to the backstop, and the fleet-footed Ellsbury and Gardner will move up to third and second with one out. So A-Rod, 1-1 count now on him. The pitch from Latos is chopped down the third base line, fielded by Prado, fires across the diamond, and that actually pulls Morse off the bag. So we have runners on first and third with one out as Ellsbury scores on the play. It's a 1-0 Yankees lead as Chase Headley digs in. The 1-0 pitch is grounded to second, fielded by Solano. Fires the second, fires the first. That's a 4-6-3 double play to end the top half of the first inning as that Chase Headley grounds into. But not before the Yankees take a 1-0 lead on no hits and an error for the Marlins. Welcome back to Yankees baseball. Here in the bottom half of the first inning, the Marlins lineup is as follows. Left field, Christian Yelich. Third base, the former Yankee Martin Prado. Right field, Giancarlo Stanton. Center field, Marcelo Zuna. First base, Michael Morse. Catcher, Jared Saltalamacchia. Second base, Donovan Milano. Playing for the resting D. Gordon. Shortstop, Adeiny Hechavarria, and on the mound for the Bronx Bombers will be the right-hander who is a former Miami Marlin, Nathan EOVALDI, 4-6 so far in this season with a 3.66 in 12 games started. And Christian Yelich makes his way to the plate now to lead things off for the Marlins, entering this ballgame with a 9-game hitting streak as EOVALDI turns, kicks, fires, first pitch in there for a strike, 88 on the gun, changeup. Count evens out at 2-2 now. Here it comes from EOVALDI. That swung through. Christian Yelich goes down swinging. And EOVALDI fans the first battle of the ballgame. Now the former Yankee Martin Prado digs in as the two-hitter. First pitch of the at-bat from EOVALDI is going to miss the strike zone. 1-0 count. 88 on the gun changeup. The 1-0 pitch now from EOVALDI is chopped back to him. He fields it at the mound, tosses it over to first, and it's two down in the bottom half of the first, just like that. EOVALDI fans of the first batter, and then gets Prado to chop it right back to him. So Giancarlo Stanton digs in now for the Marlins. First pitch nicks the outside half of the plate, 89 on the gun changeup. Count evens out at 2-2 now. The kick in the pitch from EOVALDI is swung through the 97-mile-per-hour fastball, and Giancarlo goes down swinging. Nathan EOVALDI, 2 strikeouts in the bottom half of the first, and it's still a 1-0 Yankees lead at the end of 1. Welcome back to more Yankees baseball here in the top half of the 3rd inning, as Nathan EOVALDI, the former Marlin, digs in against his former team, and he cuts through that 3rd strike, goes down swinging as Latos rings him up, so 1 out as now Jacoby Ellsbury digs in the batter's box. 1 out top of the 3rd. He's 0 for 1 with a walk back in the top half of the 1st to lead off the ball game. So the first pitch in there for a strike. Count runs the 1-2 now. Here comes the pitch from Latos, taking to right field. That'll land in front of Stanton. And that's a base hit for the fleet-footed Jacoby Ellsbury, who is always a threat to take a bag as he extends his hitting streak to 9 games. Gardner digs in now, and the first pitch nicks the outside corner, 92 on the gun. 0-1 count. Ellsbury takes off on the second pitch. They pitch out, throw it down, and they have him! Slap the tag. Saltalamakia's throw is low, but Hechavarria does a nice job slapping on the tag. As it's 2 outs now, nobody on base, as Gardner chops the 1-2 pitch to shortstop. Hechavarria fires, but Brett Gardner beats it out at first base. Uses his speed to truck on down the first baseline to get himself at first with a base hit. So Carlos Beltran digs in now, with Gardner on first. First pitch is taken, deep left center field. That's back to the track, off the wall, and Brett Gardner is going to wheel his way all the way to home plate, as the Yankees will take a 2-0 lead off the bat of Carlos Beltran with an RBI double. So Alex Rodriguez digs in now after Beltran's 20th double of the season. 2-2 count on A-Rod. The pitch from Latos is cut through the curveball, and he goes down swinging to end the inning, but not before the Yankees tag on 1 to their lead, as now they're up 2-0 over the Marlins at the end of the top of the 3rd. Welcome back to the top half of the 3rd now, as Denny Hechavarria digs in for the Marlins to lead things off in this inning. The first pitch of the inning from EOVALDI nicks the outside down in the way corner. Count runs the 1-2 now in Hechavarria. The kick and the pitch from EOVALDI is chopped into third base gap. Didi Gregorius has trouble with in the outfield, as that'll bounce off his glove, and a Denny Hechavarria has himself an infield single. And now Matt Latos, the pitcher, comes up to the plate. First pitch draws bunt, gets it down the first base line. Hechavarria will move up to third. A-Rod fires to the covering pitcher, and that's going to be 1 out, but Hechavarria moves up to second on the sac bunt from Latos. So runner on second, Hechavarria, 1 out. Yelich digs in. First pitch nicks the bottom half of the strike zone, 0-1 count. Evens out at 1-1 now. The kick and the pitch from EOVALDI is taken into the right center gap. That'll slowly roll to the wall, as Hechavarria will score with ease. Yelich is not stopping at second. The throw from Franzen, cutoff man, is late at third, and Christian Yelich has himself an RBI triple, as it's now a 2-1 ball game with 1 out as Prado digs in. First pitch misses the strike zone, and it's now a 3-0 way behind in the count on Prado, and that's going to back him off the plate way out of the strike zone. Walks Martin Prado, and that's going to put runners on the corners now for Giancarlo Stanton, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first inning. With 1 out, EOVALDI just needs 1 pitch to get out of this, as the first one is going to miss the strike zone. Count runs the 3-1 now on Stanton. EOVALDI sets, deals, and that's ball 4. He loads the bases with that one, as Giancarlo Stanton will take first base. Yelich on third, and Prado on second to bring up Marcell Ozuna with 1 out. The pitch from EOVALDI swung through the changeup, 89 on the gun for a first strike. Count runs the 0-2 now. EOVALDI sets at the belt. Deals, swung through the slider, and Marcell Ozuna goes down swinging. And now we have 2 outs, and he is 1 out away from getting out of this jam, only allowing the 1 run off the Yelich triple. So Michael Morse digs in, the 2-1 count. Here it comes. It's grounded to A-Rod at first base. Takes the hard route to second as he gets him out, and that'll get the Yankees out of the inning, only allowing a run off Christian Yelich's single, and the lead is intact. 2-1 Yankees at the end of 3. Welcome back to the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Marlins at the plate. Christian Yelich will dig in to lead off the inning against Nathan Eovaldi. 1-0 count already. Here comes the pitch, and that's taken deep right center. That'll go far to the track and bounces at the track into the wall. Ellsbury's there as Yelich is not stopping at second base, and he is in with ease with a stand-up triple. Christian Yelich's second triple of the day, this time to lead off the bottom half of the 5th. His third triple of the year, second on the day, as now Martin Prado digs in. With Yelich on third and nobody out. As the first pitch misses the outside corner, count runs the 1-0 now on Prado. The 1-0 pitch from Eovaldi is taken into left field. It'll land in front of Gardner. Yelich scores with ease. And Martin Prado has himself an RBI single for the Marlins, and it's a tie ball game up at 2 now, as that'll knock Nathan Eovaldi out of this ball game as Chasen Shreve, the left-hander, comes in for the 15th time this season. Currently has a 5.60 ERA in 12 games. Giancarlo Stanton digs in now. First pitch is swung through the 79-mile-per-hour changeup. Count runs the 1-1 now. Pitch from Shreve is chopped down the third baseline. He'll field this one himself. Toss to first on the run. And he gets Stanton out at first, but the runner moves up, as Prado's on second to bring up Marcell Ozuna, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground on the day. First pitch to Ozuna is fouled off the third baseline. Count runs the 0-1. Kicking the pitch from Shreve is popped sky high behind first base. That's in foul territory. A-Rod is camped under it, and he puts it away. Alex Rodriguez playing first base on the day, tosses it across the diamond in case of a runner moving up. But he'll hold up at second base, so 2 outs now as Michael Morse digs in. The 2-2 pitch is swung through the down and away changeup, and Michael Morse is rung up on strike swinging. Chasen Shreve gets out of the inning, and it's still a 2-2 ball game here at the end of 5 in Miami. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, as Jeff Baker will be coming into pinch hit now for the Marlins. In the bottom half of the 7th, first pitch in there for a strike outside half, 81 on the gun, as Shreve is still on the mound. The 1-2 count now, here it comes from Shreve, swung through the up and in fastball, 95 on the gun, and Baker goes down swinging, as that'll bring up Christian Yelich now, who's 2 for 3 with 2 triples on the day. First pitch of the at-bat will be taken up the middle for a base knock. They just cannot get this guy out, as Christian Yelich picks up his 3rd hit of the game. 2 triples and a single now here in the 7th to get the inning started with the hit column. So 3-0 count now on Prado, and that's ball 4. Changeup misses the zone. And we have runners on first and second now, as that'll end Chasen Shreve's day, and Jared Burton will come in the ball game for the 23rd time this season, so far with a 2.30 ERA in 22 games. As Giancarlo Stanton digs in, the runners take off. That's a double steal. Throw from Romine down to second is late, as they both are successfully stealing bases. And now Giancarlo Stanton's going to be intentionally walked to set up the force at every plate, every bag. So bases loaded now with 1 out for Marcell Ozuna, who's 0 for 3 on the day. And all Burton needs is 1 good ground-out pitch to get out of this. Runners take off, triple steal. It's a bunt down the first baseline. Romine's only play is to first. So the game go-ahead run does cross the plate. It was runners on second and third now for Michael Morse. The 2-2 count. Pitch from Burton is swung through the slider, gets him swinging, and that'll get him out of the inning. But the Marlins do take the lead on the suicide squeeze steal attempt. It's now 3-2 Marlins over the Yankees here in the 305. Welcome back to the top half of the 9th inning for some more Yankees baseball, as Steve Cishek comes in the ball game. So far as 21 saves on the season, and he is looking to close the door on the Yankees and pick up number 22, as he's going to face Carlos Beltran at the top half of the 9th. As he takes the first pitch, chops it, little blooper back to Cishek. He fields this one himself, tosses over to first, and we have 1 down in the top half of the 9th. Steve Cizek, 4th in the National League with saves with 21. Only Henry Mejia, Hector Rondon, and Francisco Rodriguez have more. Alex Rodriguez digs in for the Yankees, now 0 for 3 on the day. Second pitch of the ballgame for Cizek is going to miss the strike zone. Count runs the 1-0 on A-Rod. 2-0 count now on A-Rod. Hitters count. The pitch is chopped back to Cizek. He puts his glove up, manages to catch it, fires over to first, and that's 2 down. In the top of the 9th inning, and the Yankees are down to their final out. And their final out will be Chase Headley as he digs in. The 1-0 count. The pitch is popped up into right field territory. That'll stay fair as Stanton is camped under it, and he puts it away for the final out of the ball game, as the Miami Marlins come away with the victory here in the 305 at their home ballpark over the visiting New York Yankees by a score of 3-2. Steve Cizek picks up the save. Matt Latos picks up the win. The Yankees drop to 31-33 on the season, while the Marlins improve to 36-30. Christian Yelich, deservedly so, picks up player of the game, 3 for 4 on the day with 2 triples, a single, an RBI, and crossing the plate himself once as well. While Jacoby Ellsbury for the Yankees had a nice game as well, had a leadoff walk to start the ball game in the top half of the first, so that did not count as an at-bat. And his all their at-bats, he was 3 for 3 on the day with a run as well. Now with that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this edition of Yankees Baseball. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.